What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Lindsey Hammond Real Estate. Thank you so much for checking me out. As always, if you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you can get all of my new content. Today's topic, foreclosures. I have a lot of my clients that are wanting to find foreclosures so they can get a better deal, and they're wondering why there's not many out there. And then I also have clients who have just had some hard times because of COVID and other things, and they're a few months behind, and they're wanting to know what that looks like for them as far as a foreclosure. So let's dig right in. So what is a foreclosure? A foreclosure is when an owner gets behind on their payments and legal proceedings begin to obtain ownership of their home. So a lot of people, they think that this is mortgages, which that is most of it, but it can also be other things as well. If you are behind on taxes, it can affect you. If you are behind on your HOA dues, anything against your home, they can foreclose on your home. So federal law says that you have to be late 120 days before they can start foreclosure. So if you're just a day behind, even a month behind, you don't have to worry about it. You can get caught up. This isn't going to likely affect you. That basically gives you 4 months of not paying a payment before you really have to worry about this. But if you have hit that mark, then know that those proceedings can begin on you. Now, Georgia law requires that they must notify the owner 30 days before the foreclosure is set to happen. So you'll get it in writing, it comes in your mail so you know about it, everything like that. So that's good news, you get it in the mail. You don't want to just ignore it and say, notice, whatever, I'm not going to respond to that and they can't do anything. Bad idea. They can definitely still do something about that, and they're going to, and then you've sat on your thumb and haven't done anything, so you're behind. Don't do that. If you get the notice, definitely get involved with one of my steps. So first, let's talk about how this affects you as a homeowner. It affects you because it's going to negatively affect your credit score. If you are looking at ever buying again or even renting, most rental companies want to check your credit. It's going to affect that. It's going to affect you buying a new car, getting credit cards. Like, your credit is so important, and then it's just out as soon as you file for a foreclosure. So try to avoid it if possible. Sometimes there's chances and situations where you can't, but try to avoid it. It also is really stressful. I don't know about you guys. I don't want any more gray hairs, no more stress. It is stressful. Like, stay away from it if you can. If there's other options, let's do them so you're not as stressed and it's not as terrible. You know, you don't have anywhere to go. You're curious as to when they're going to kick you out, what's going to be happening. Like, it's just a lot. And it's an embarrassing process. Like, it really is. When they notify you, then they have to run it in the paper for 4 consecutive weeks. So for 4 weeks, your business is out there running in the paper of everybody knowing that Jane Smith is going into foreclosure. Like, it's just not a good situation. So I want to give you some tips that will help you if that is what's going on. So here are some tips. First thing, get all of your documents in order. I want you to get all of your mortgage payments, all of your bank statements, pay stubs, debts that you have, everything, get it in order. Now, let's call that lender. Call them, the mortgage company, figure out what's going on, tell them about what's going on, tell them about your hardships, what's been happening, and see if y'all can work something out. It may be a situation where you can get caught back up. That may not happen, and that's okay. If it's not and it's already far into it, you can look at a short sale and go ahead and sell it. If that's not a potential, you could ask about a mortgage release, and what that means is you're just going to walk away. It's not going to go against you as a foreclosure. You're just going to walk away and let them take back over. And then the final step, which is obviously the ugliest, is the foreclosure. So you have these different options that you can look at, different things that may solve your problem for you. And I want to encourage you to try one of those things. So one of the bad things about Georgia is they do allow a deficiency payment. So what this means is if you owe $150,000 on the home, they foreclose it and they only get $100,000, they can come after you for that extra $50,000. That is a situation no one wants to be in. Like, you've already lost your house, your credit's shot, and now they're coming after you for this extra money. Like, that is just a terrible situation. My advice would be, before you get in this mess, reach out to a local lender, see what they can do for you. See if they can, give you some comps and if they can get you out of this mess. I have personally seen my clients who are walking away with $100,000, $150,000 more than they had whenever they first bought their home. There's really great opportunities with this market because this market is just shooting through the roof. Really great opportunities that could not only save your credit score, not cost you that extra money, not go through all of the trouble and stress that comes with a foreclosure, but you could sell it and make money on that equity. It's a win-win, because what if you have your home and you've put in a lot of work and you've, updated your kitchen and spent $15,000 in your kitchen. When you foreclose, you ain't getting that $15,000 back. Like, it's gone. But if you can sell it, then you can recoup some of that money and be in a much, much better spot. It's just a really, really good situation. I've recently actually been able to help a client who he was behind. He wasn't quite at foreclosure, but he was behind, and we were able to sell his home, make him some money, and totally avoid that whole situation that he would have had to go through. Now, guys, sometimes you just can't help it. You're going to have to foreclose. If you do, I'm going to tell you about what happens. So once you go through the steps, it runs for 4 weeks. They come in, they do an auction, they buy your home. That person is the legal owner of your home. You're not the owner anymore, so it goes to them. Now, the only exception to that would be if it's an unlawful foreclosure. That would be if something shady was going on. You need to talk to a lawyer about that, not me. That's the only time that anything can be done. Otherwise, not your home anymore. So sometimes a mortgage person will give you what they call cash for keys. They will throw you a little something, a little small amount of money for you just to leave willingly and drop those keys. Some of them don't offer this, but if they do, you get a little bit of money, give the keys, get to go. If not, then the new owner will be able to kick you out. They're the owner. Georgia is a pretty friendly landlord state, depending on what county you've got going on, but they can kick you out. And that's even more stressful, because then you're at the mercy of this. Oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. So that's kind of what you're looking at. Those are your different options. That's kind of how the process works. We all know that everything has been put on hold up until the end of June. So when this video is made, that's still what's going on. It's still going through the end of June. We don't know if it's going to be extended or not, but that's kind of where we are. But if you're even close and you're thinking about it, talk to me, reach out. I would love to help you, run a free CMA for you, let you know some options. If you are interested in what your CMA could be, check out this video. Tells you what your home could be worth, how we as real estate agents get that value, what that looks like. So check that out to see if you can get an idea of what your home's worth. I'll be glad to help you out with that. Talk to you about your options, whatever that may be. If you're thinking it may be the time to sell, maybe not even now, but potentially, look in the description. I have a free seller's guide for you that just goes over what we look for as real estate agents and gives you some of that idea. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Drop them below and I'll be glad to answer. And as always, if you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see all of my great content. Lindsey Hammond here, turning your dreams into a reality.